Hello, my name is Rupert Hujeff and I'm the Chairman and Chief Researcher of the Hurun Report. And today I'd like to talk to you about some of the trends that are going on in the world of real estate. Now, real estate for pretty much every family makes up the bulk of their wealth, and a lot of people are wanting to assess as to whether tomorrow the real estate price is going to go up or down. And at the moment, especially post-COVID, and a lot of economies are bouncing back, and there's inflation, which is quite high, which has put pressure on real estate prices to rise. And yet the Americans are putting the interest rates up, which is putting pressure on real estate prices to go down. And so what we've done at Hurun Report is we've put out today the 2022 Hurun Global Real Estate Rich List. And the idea is to rank the top 100 most successful real estate entrepreneurs in the world and work backwards. And the stories of these people ought to give us very deep insights into what's going on in the world of real estate and, well, in the world. And we're also very pleased to be putting out today the Grow Her Hurun India Rich List, Real Estate Rich List Top 100. So that's looking specifically at India in itself. But I will talk now about the global trends. So the first trend is, where do these people live and where do they come from? Well, China is head and shoulders number one. So of the top 100 real estate entrepreneurs in the world, 52 come from China. 52, that means that China has more of the top 100 than the rest of the world combined. Number two is US, 17, followed by UK and India on 8 and 6. Now, why are there so many real estate entrepreneurs in China? Fundamentally, it's because China's been going through this massive, the world's largest ever urbanization program. We're now in China at 60% of urbanization, and these real estate entrepreneurs have made a lot of money from it. When we break it down into cities, it's again quite interesting. Hong Kong is number one, with 14 of the entrepreneurs, led by number 1 and 2 on the rich list, Li Ka-shing and Li Jiaoji, who are both 94-year-old entrepreneurs. And then its next door neighbor, Shenzhen, is number 2. And so Li Ka-shing and Li Jiaoji both got around $30 billion US. When we looked also at the trends of which countries have had the biggest losses, or who's made the most biggest losses in the last year, and actually it's again China. The Chinese developers have been expanding exponentially over the last few years, fueled in large by a lot of debt. And the Chinese government has put brakes on this, and that's had a massive impact on the share prices. So the likes of Xu Jiayin of Evergrande, his share price has dropped by almost 90% from its peak. And in the last year, he's down by $25 billion US, for example. So Chinese developers have had a very tough time in the last year, especially. We did some further analysis also into whether these people are self-made or inherited. In fact, 30% are inherited, led by 3 families from the UK, which is where I come from. And interestingly, I did some analysis into this, and they basically got their property, which is today the heart of central London, either in Mayfair or Belgravia or Marylebone, but they got their property either through acquisition or marriage 300 years ago when it was fields. And then when London went through its urbanization boom, it's 100, 200 years ago, after the Second Industrial Revolution, these families became extraordinarily wealthy. And what is interesting today is that they're still in the top 100 most successful real estate families of the world today. Anyway, another one that's on the list is Donald Trump. He's on $3 billion US, mainly New York real estate, and as well, predominantly inherited as well. Anyway, and so I leave you with these ideas, and I hope that if you're interested in the world of real estate, this list can give you some inspiration. Thank you very much, and let's see you again soon. Bye-bye.